News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the new Fergus Now app on your phone. And it's now time for our Chamber on the Air with joining us. It's Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. How's it going, Lisa?
It's going fantastic, Dave. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Fantastic day of October out there. Doesn't feel like it. It certainly looks like it, though. Hope everyone gets a chance to get out and enjoy the last bit of the leaves changing and all the different things that are happening in our community as things change. Well, again, thank you for tuning into Chamber on the Air. We've got some great guests lined up on the show today. Our guest today will be from Apple Tree Dental, Sub-Zero Insulation, and Protection Pros Disinfecting Services. So you'll want to stay tuned as we bring our guests on. But of course, I get to share with you a little bit about what's going on at the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. And of course, we've shifted gears. Normally, we're talking about Taste of Fergus Falls this time of year, but we've shifted gears and we've been doing a lot of one-on-one consultations with businesses to help them be resilient and recover and stay in business throughout this pandemic. And we just want to let all the businesses throughout Otter Tail County know that right now there are marketing grants available through Otter Tail Lakes Country Association. We'd be happy to walk you through the process, but you can simply go to our website at fergusfalls.com and there is a little Otter link that you can click on and it'll take you right to the grant details. And what's fantastic about it, it's a matching grant, and many of our media partners, much like Leighton Broadcasting here, can help walk you through the process as well as help you come up with a campaign and a great use of those funds, because we know that bringing those businesses back and bringing customers back in a very safe way is something that we need to get the message on about. So if you want to know more about the Otter Tail Lakes Country Cooperative Marketing Grant, feel free to give us a ring at the Chamber at 736-6951. Check out our website or go to ottertaillakescountry.com. So that's been taken up because a lot of time, and we are happy to help all those businesses that need some assistance. So again, we're excited to share the growth and prosperity, and it's so fun when we get to talk about new businesses and new expansions and new buildings and things like that. And so our first guest today will be with Apple Tree Dental, and Karen Engstrom is joining us by phone today. They are working on, or just completed, construction of a brand new facility. Dave, can you connect Karen in? Do I get to hear? All right. So Karen, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Hi, Lisa. I'm just wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
You bet. Well, Apple Tree Dental is just down the road from the Leighton Broadcasting Studios here on the west end of Fergus Falls, and you just completed a brand new construction. Tell us about your brand new facility, Karen.
Oh, we are so excited about it and so excited to share it with the community. Yes, our new Fergus Falls Center for Dental Health opened on September 14th. And we're so excited to be in a state-of-the-art facility that's going to provide much more capacity to help us serve all of the families that are needing dental care in the Fergus Falls area and surrounding community as well.
And so tell us, Karen, what does this expansion mean as far as the amount of space and the services that you provide at Apple Tree Dental?
Yes, we more than doubled our capacity.
Wow.
And we are now able to serve our patients utilizing 12 treatment rooms. And our treatment rooms are much larger and include state-of-the-art equipment to better serve our patients, including those with special needs that require ceiling lifts transfers. And it also means that we're able to provide an even safer environment in the way that we care for our patients during this pandemic period, including the ability to provide virtual dental visits by using teledentistry, but again, using state-of-the-art equipment that's going to keep our patients and our staff safe during particularly this pandemic period and going forward.
Most definitely.
In addition, we're going to be able, with the increased capacity, we're going to be able to deliver more than 10,000 dental visits each year.
Wow.
Expanding to our current patients, but also being able to serve the many families who have been waiting for dental care. So we're really excited about it. And Apple Tree is a nonprofit 501 independent dental organization, and our mission is to overcome barriers to oral health. So we're really excited to be able to help increase access to dental care in the Fergus Falls community, and to also continue to inspire partnerships that foster healthier communities. We were able to establish this facility by the generous gifts of many local community partners, so we're very grateful for that.
It is all about community, isn't it? And that's how we
Yes.
get things done here in Otter Tail County. So, Karen, tell us a
That's
little
right.
bit about the services that are provided at the Apple Tree Dental, the brand new facility, brand new clinic in Fergus Falls.
Certainly. Apple Tree's highly trained staff provide comprehensive care services, including routine exams and preventive care for adults and children and special needs patients. But we also provide the comprehensive restorative care as well, including fillings, extractions, crowns, denture care. And we're excited too, with our community partner support, in the near future we'll be adding an IV sedation program for those patients needing care under that type of setting.
Sure. Great services that are available. And I know with the building just opening in September, I know the Chamber's big scissors traveled to Apple Tree Dental.
Yes.
And you have been creative during the pandemic in putting together kind of a virtual ribbon cutting. Tell us a little bit about what's happening there.
That's exactly right, Lisa. We were up in Fergus Falls the last 2 weeks doing some virtual filming for our hybrid grand opening that we're going to have in November. And that event will include some on-site activities as well as a virtual tour of the new center. So we did kind of our happy mock ribbon cutting ceremony with the mayor present and some of our other local public health officials present, and it was really exciting, and we're looking forward to having the grand opening, and the virtual tour video will be available on our website sometime in mid to late November, so that we'll be able to share it to anyone who's not able to come over to the center.
And that will be a great chance for folks to get a preview or kind of take a virtual tour of the brand new facility. Well, again, congratulations, Karen, to you and your team at Apple Tree Dental. We're so thankful that you've selected Fergus Falls as a location to expand the services that you provide and helping people give them more reasons and more ability to smile.
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa, and thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
You bet. Looking forward to taking that virtual tour coming up in November. Well, again, that's Karen Angstrom with Apple Tree Dental joining us for Chamber on the Air. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be visiting with Mark Randall with Sub-Zero Insulation and Aaron Halverson with Protection Pros Disinfecting Services. So stay tuned.
What makes Phelps Mill so unusual is that the structure is basically intact. The way you see it is the way it looked when it was built in 1889 and the addition put on a few years later. The vast majority of the original machinery is still intact. I mean, you go into Phelps Mill, it's like taking a step back in time. The owner of Phelps Mill, a man named William Thomas, he came from Bloomington, Wisconsin to work in the flour and feed business, and he worked in Fergus Falls until he purchased some acreage in Maine Township along the Otter Tail River. And he saw the rolling water, decided this would be a good place to construct a flour mill, which of course he began doing in 1885. And it opened in December of 1889. The name Phelps Mill comes from Ray Thomas's wife, Leona Phelps. Her maiden name was Phelps, so the town was called Phelps. The historic name of the mill when he opened it was the Maine Roller Mills. Maine for the township that we are in right now, and roller mills for the technology, the roller milling process. The mill was designed to produce 60 to 75 barrels of flour a day. Farmers from throughout the area would come with their wagons of wheat, and it got to the point where so many farmers would come to bring their wheat that they would have to wait, and so he built a kind of a bunkhouse called the Farmer's Roost, where farmers could spend the night while waiting to get their wheat ground. And then a few years later, the mill expanded, and he built an addition, which is the red part of the mill where the red tin siding is, and that was designed to grind buckwheat and rye. And the mill continued with great success through the early part of the 20th century until it just became more and more difficult to compete with the great mills of Minneapolis and St. Paul, and it eventually closed. It was sold to a man in Underwood, H.G. Evenson, in 1928, and he operated it for a few years doing some feed grinding, and then it permanently closed the stores in 1939. Milling is a complicated process, but through the machinery that is in Phelps Mill, you are able to follow how wheat was turned into flour. Most rural flour mills, because of the dust of the milling process, had major fires and were burned to the ground. The fact that the main roller mills was able to survive those decades without a fire was totally amazing. The mill is wide open for the general public to walk around, so we are constantly worried about a stray cigarette or coming and the mill just going up into flames. We now have a security system in the mill, so especially in the winter when it's shut up, so there's no break-ins. We recently installed lightning rods on the mill thanks to a legacy amendment grant to protect against fire. We estimate at least 10 to 15,000 visitors come through during a season. The Phelps Mill Festival is held the second weekend of July. It's a major arts and crafts festival, benefits a lot of local organizations, and the reason it is so popular, in my opinion, is in the background you have the historic flour mill. It is a pretty easy drive from Minneapolis, from Fargo. It's just off Ottertail County Highway 45. There's also the Phelps Mill store, which is the original general store, and now they sell ice cream, a real popular place for people to visit. It just harkens back to a rural lifestyle and a time that is long gone.
Oh, Louie here. Listen to me. You gotta play it safe around electricity. Watch out, little buddy, when you plug these in. Don't plug in too many, my friend.
Ho, 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 can't hold anymore.
Now here's an empty socket. It's such a scary sight. Nothing goes in here but another pretty light. Yeah. Watch out, little buddy. Listen to me. You gotta play it safe around electricity. Play it safe around a tree. Watch out. Be careful what you do.
News Talk 1250 KBRF, and we're back with our Chamber on the Air show with Lisa Workman.
Thanks, Dave. Well, we've got a brand new business to talk about. And folks, I just want to share with you, too, we actually have an ongoing list of new businesses in Fergus Falls. And I did a little quick update. In the last 5 years, we've had more than 120 new businesses open in Fergus Falls. So that's a big deal. I'm going to repost that list today on the Chamber's Facebook page. So if you want to know about all those different businesses, check out our Facebook page. You'll get the list. And of course, you can find out more details about most of those businesses on the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. And joining me today is one of our great new businesses and new Chamber members. Mark Randall is joining us with Sub-Zero Insulation. Mark, glad to have you on the show, and congratulations on the new business.
Well, thank you, and thanks for having me on.
Well, this is October is Energy Awareness Month, so it's now is a perfect time to start thinking about what those energy costs will be, and maybe some ways that folks can save energy as we roll into the winter heating months. And Sub-Zero Insulation can help folks with that. Tell us a little bit about the services that you guys provide.
We provide it's an eco-friendly, non-expanding injection foam. It's primarily for existing homes. Much of what we see around Ottertail County area. I guess just giving an alternative For the homeowner that wants to cut on heating costs, we can go and re-insulate without having to do a full-on remodel.
Right. It eliminates the need to tear out all the drywall and all those types of things, too. And I know when folks, especially if you purchase maybe an older historic home, one of the big challenges might be that energy efficiency. And rather than seeing the heat going out the windows and up through the rafters and things like that, you guys can help folks save a lot of money.
Yes, absolutely. With a lot of these homes, insulation, if there is any, it's pretty low, R value to it. And so when you have all your heat going to the walls to try to keep the home warm, your heating system's always kicking on, which does not make for a very energy efficient home. No,
not at all. And you guys actually have I call it the heat gun, or the gun. You've got a tool that you can determine where heat loss is happening, right?
Yes, we have utilize a thermal camera.
Okay, thermal camera, yeah. It's not a weapon. It's
Yep, and it gives us an idea into the into a homeowner's wall, like if there's any cold spots, any pooling.
Sure.
A lot of times it kind of gives us an idea of how the insulation sits in the wall, airflow. Just being able to see that, I think, is crucial into, helping
determine where those losses are happening, too, and where the greatest need is. And, of course,
Yes.
You mentioned at Sub-Zero Insulation, you guys it's an eco-friendly. Tell us a little bit about the product that you're using. And, unfortunately, we're on the radio. Well, even TV, we couldn't smell. But the smell is fabulous. You're not getting a off-scented chemical smell injected in the house. It's nice and fresh. So tell us what makes it that way.
Well, our mixing agent, it's made up of a soap, and believe it or not, it's actually got the highest R value to any of the injection foams on the market. But what makes it unique is the fact that the mixing agent it's a soap that's, when it suds up, it's wrapped in coats of resin. So when it's inserted into the wall, it's got the consistency, and it looks a lot like shaving cream. And then once it sets up, it's much like an angel food cake. And it actually has a really good smell to it. And we find that a lot of our customers like to actually play with it.
It's safe for them to do that, too.
Yep. And the nice thing is you do not have to leave your home. Like you said, there's no bad smells to it. So
non-toxic, good for the environment, saves you money. Do you guys offer free estimates for folks too?
We do, yes.
Okay. And how do they get in touch with you? What's the best way to reach out to you to set up a free estimate?
Well, they can call me on my cell phone. It's 701-690-6286.
Perfect. Of course, you got connections on the Chamber's website. You guys are on Facebook, too. We encourage folks to come see the video. Mark and his family, we are just so thrilled that you are in Fergus Falls doing business here and going to help folks save money. I encourage everyone to give Mark a call and make those appointments for a free estimate with Sub-Zero Installation on or before Weatherization Day, which is October 30th. Who knew? So thanks, Mark, for joining us on the show today. And we're going to shift gears to another new business with new technology. See, aren't you glad you turned in, folks? You get to hear about all these new businesses and new technology. Aaron Halverson is joining us with Protection Pros Disinfecting Services. Aaron, glad to have you on the show. Shifting gears from Lakeshore Services and all the landscaping projects that have been going on this year to Protection Pros. Top of mind, tell us exactly what you guys do.
Well, Protection Pros uses a one-of-a-kind solution, and basically that solution is long-term. So you're looking at 90 days of protection. We're going to come in, we're going to sanitize your building. We use electrostatic spray, which covers 100% of your surfaces, and we're able to prevent things from coming up like viruses. We even protect against COVID-19.
Okay, so Protection Pros protects against COVID-19. That is like the key thing that I think folks need to hear, is that you guys can take care of, do a treatment and get it all taken care of.
Yes, so it is actually the only solution officially approved by the EPA to prevent COVID-19 on your surfaces.
Wow. So now you guys are applying this in commercial settings. So what type of businesses do you think would where this would make sense.
This can be used in any business. Anybody who has customers, anybody who has employees, we're going to take care of that for you. Manufacturers, hotels, restaurants, bars, you name it, we probably take care of it.
Well, and I think that's the biggest message that I encourage businesses to share is as you're reopening and as you're bringing your employees back on site, your customers back on site, that you want to make sure that you're sharing the messages of what you are doing to keep everyone safe and healthy. And you guys can be a great partner for that.
Yes, absolutely. We also do education for your staff. So we'll come in and educate your staff so they're able to speak to customers in a smart way. And we also supply decals so that people know that they're protected when they come into your location. We also provide infographics, so you can have them sitting around on tables if you'd like, or post them on a wall and people know they are protected.
It really says a lot about a business too if you're making that investment to protect your customers and your employees when they come into that business.
Yes, and we save you money. So if you do have COVID happen in your location, you do have to do COVID remediation. We cost about 1/12 of COVID remediation.
Okay.
So we're actually going to prevent it from happening. We prevent colds, flus, so it's not just COVID.
Right, because in addition to that being the top of mind for everyone, we are moving right into that cold and flu season where,
yes,
those germs travel too.
Absolutely. I know. We think about, the kids going back to school and all those germs cropping up. And so, yeah, if we can prevent it, why not?
And so, Erin, tell me a little bit more about how the process works. Like, what could a business expect if they've, first, I would recommend calling for a free estimate.
Yes. So you can call 218-671-1399, or you can contact us on our website, protectionprosmn.com. And we're going to come in and provide a free estimate. We take some quick measurements with a laser, so we're not taking up a bunch of your time. We assess the touch points, so we kind of look at how many surfaces we'll need to be treating. And then we go home and email you an estimate.
Okay. And then when it comes time for the actual application,
yes,
tell us what happens then.
Very quick, easy process. We can cover about 54,000 square feet in an hour.
Wow.
So we are in and out. Yeah. We use an electrostatic sprayer. The solution is completely food safe. It's been used in food production since 2011. It's
so
not
if people have like an apple or granola bar sitting on their desk.
Totally safe.
Okay, totally fine. Because I worry about those things. Or coffee, really. I mean, you don't want to contaminate my coffee.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. No, we're going to keep your coffee safe. But it covers porous and non-porous surfaces. So we're going to not damage any papers. We're not going to damage any fabrics, things like that. Doesn't leave a film, and it dries in less than 10 minutes. So you have no downtime.
Wow. And then typically, are you going into businesses while they're still open, or is it more whatever the business owner wants?
Yeah, we can totally arrange that with you. If you want us to come in the evenings when you're closed, not a problem.
And one thing that I think about too is that every step we take to prevent the spread of the disease is good for everyone, good for our neighbors, and gives you peace of mind too.
Yes, absolutely. You know that your surfaces are protected for up to 90 days. We come in at 30 days, we prove it. So we come in and we take a test at 30 days and make sure that solution's still working. It's 100% guaranteed. So if those bacteria readings are out of the safe zone, we're going to retreat for free.
Okay. So, wow. That's a really good deal too. And
yes.
I suppose it would make sense too for a business to schedule you to come in every 90 days.
Yes. Yep. We usually do a bi-monthly treatment, but we work with our customers and go off of what they prefer. So,
and I'm sure too it would make a difference as to, again, how many people are moving in and out. How many? We're all little like germ, buses hauling all this stuff. Well, okay, we're not going there. No. I'm not a scientist, obviously. But I think about the number of employees, the number of customers that are in and out of your facility, that type of thing. And again, too, when we start thinking about keeping people safe and environmentally friendly, we've got two of the best businesses right here with Sub-Zero Insulation and Protection Pros. So, Erin, what's that number again if folks want to get an estimate for their business?
Yes, it's 218-671-1399.
Wow, we are doing everything that we can to help folks stay protected, be energy efficient. Again, it's Energy Awareness Month. And, at the Chamber, we can connect you to all kinds of different resources, whether it's to market your business through the Otter Tail Lakes Country Cooperative Marketing Grants. We can help connect you with folks that can disinfect your business, make your home more energy efficient. And, of course, we've got 350 some members that are here to help make your day a lot easier. I invite you to check out our website at fergusfalls.com. Click on the events calendar, find out more about different things going on in our community, including our Meet the Candidates coming up on October 22nd. So that's coming up. And of course, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Chamber on the Air. We will do this again next month where it will be November. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great day. Happened to get an email today from the Center for Energy and something, and I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like writing this down, and I'm like, what does this say? It's Watermelon Day? I can't read my own writing.